So, here's the bad part. The bad part is that this review for Rogue One is really late. But the good part is that a lot of you guys I know outside of YouTube who have asked for my thoughts on this film have not seen it yet. So here we go.
Farside movie reviews.
So, Rogue One, a Star Wars story, hit theaters not too long ago. As I said, this review is pretty late. This is the film that stars Felicity Jones, Diego Luna, and Alan Tudyk. I believe is how you pronounce that last name. So, I just need to come out and say that I am not a huge Star Wars fan outside of the original three, which I really did enjoy, but that was nostalgia for me. I was a really young kid when that came out. I don't read the books. I don't follow the animated series. So there's a lot of stuff happening in the Star Wars universe that I do not know. And I feel it important to say that. Now, if you start talking about Lord of the Rings, which is my favorite epic movie of all time, then you're in my wheelhouse. But having said that, I really did enjoy Rogue One. And I was surprised. Honestly, what made me most excited about this film was Donnie Yen. I'm a huge Donnie Yen fan. So when I saw that he was going to be in this film, I automatically was excited about seeing him in this film, but not necessarily another Star Wars movie in and of itself. So Rogue One is a story that fills in gaps for us. It actually tells us how they got the plans to the Death Star. And this was a pretty interesting film, and I was surprised how much I liked this film, and there will be no spoilers in this, of course. But I will say that there is not a lot of Force action in this film, and that is why I was so surprised that I liked this film. I mean, when I go to see a Star Wars movie, I want to see somebody being controlled by the Jedi mind trick. I want to see somebody fly across the room with the flick of a hand. I want to see the zoom zoom of the lightsabers, and we don't see a lot of that in this film. And at the end, I was like, wow, this was a pretty good story, even though we don't see a lot of Force action in this film, and that did pleasantly surprise me. I think that one of the reasons why I really did enjoy this story is it felt like it was a mission critical for all of the characters in this film. A lot of times in Star Wars movies, it's important to everybody, but we really only focus on maybe 2 or 3 main characters. But this movie utilized everybody in what felt like a very important way to me. And I think from that aspect, it gave the film a little bit of a different feel. It certainly was darker, as some people commented. It was a lot grittier, as some people commented as well. And that was nice to kind of see Star Wars get just that element of that kind of dark element in the film. That was pretty cool. I think that that's also what helps this film feel a little bit different than the typical Star Wars film as well. But I thought that all the performances were great. I thought it was very well acted. And again, I was surprised at just how all that came together for me to really enjoy all of what this film has to offer. Because as I said, if there's not a whole bunch of Force action going on, it's not something that I'm really excited about. And this film really did have me enjoy all the performances in this film. Let's talk about the CGI in this film, because to me, it was the best use of CGI that Star Wars had used in all of the episode movies. The best. It wasn't overdone. It didn't feel ridiculously over the top like some of the other CGI visuals we saw in some of the episodes movies. So I thought the use of CGI was really, really good in this movie, and it really helped to make sense and tell the story visually in a way that was very believable, and it felt authentic. And I understand we can see some really wild stuff in the Star Wars universe, but some of the CGI use we saw in the other films, I was like, oh man, are you kidding me? It just, to me, it was just really bad. So Rogue One does not do that, and I was happy about that. I really thought that the CGI use of Leia, and the general, and I can't remember his name, towards the end was really good as well. Somebody put his name in the comments for me, please, because I can't remember his name. I thought that CGI face replacement was really well, and that makes me excited about the future of the use of CGI in films. Story-wise, I thought the story was really good. It was interesting to me. I had no idea about that kind of side story about how they got the plans to the Death Star, so that filled in a hole nicely for me. I just thought on the whole that this was a really good movie. It was probably my favorite Star Wars movie outside of the original 3. So some people have asked me, well, is this a movie I can take my kids to see? And I would say yes. If they've seen the original 3 or if they've seen any of the episodes, I think that this is kid-friendly enough for your kid to see it, and he or she's not going to have any problem with it. So I don't think we're going to have any problems there. So you guys, I would recommend that you see Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. I really enjoyed it. Again, it was probably the best Star Wars movie I have seen outside of the original 3. So I am giving Rogue One, A Star Wars movie an A-. Check this one out. Hey, you guys, thanks so much for watching. Please make sure if you like this to give it a thumbs up, and please make sure that you comment, share your thoughts on Rogue One, and also subscribe. Help us reach our next benchmark of 500 subscribers. And I also have reviews coming out for Sing and Passengers coming up in the next couple of days. So please make sure that you are on the lookout for that. And again, with that, I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.